Hi Peter, it's Chris Johnson here with Go WMST, Washington Motorcycle Safety Training, and we're down at So Cycles in Tacoma, Washington today. I'm with Mr. Chuck Sweezy. Chuck, we're here to promote May being Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, right?
Absolutely.
It's huge, right? It's the month when you need to start looking for the motorcyclists because we haven't looked for them all year.
We haven't looked from all year.
But I'm here to share with you some amazing stuff. Chuck, you've been with WMST since 2009.
Yep.
You've taught for many years before that.
Yep.
Why do you do it? What do you love about it? Why are you still going?
Well,
tell me more.
Let's talk about WMST just for a second.
Sir.
WMST. I've been teaching for a long time. I've been through all the curriculums. I've had a lot of experience with all the other curriculums in the country. And when we developed this curriculum, it just spoke to me, and it allowed me really to get into saving more lives of riders.
Hey Chuck, tell me what's different and unique about the WMST curriculum that's what you didn't teach before.
Well, WMST has really been groundbreaking with curriculum. All long-term riders, I've been riding forever, all long-term riders know we've always covered that front brake to provide more safety.
Yeah.
And
well, this is a second, right?
Right. That's
one second.
That's a second. That's
60 miles an hour. That's what, 44 feet?
66.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's a long way. So we've been riding that way for generations.
Right.
And finally, for many years, the prevailing thought process of rider education was that the novice riders didn't have the wherewithal or the coordination or the ability to go to the front brake in emergency situations and corners and stuff. Well, what we know is WMST went together and we worked with Yamaha Champ U, and we really looked at how motorcycle racers are riding the bikes, and took that and brought that to the street level.
To the point where you even looked at how the engineers actually designed this motorcycle to be ridden.
That's the very first thing you got to think about is this thing is different than YouTube. The engineers have very specific ideas and goals and directions when they design these things, and we come in with just about that much knowledge and a pond that's as big as the Olympic pool, right?
Massive.
And so what we need to do is we need to re-educate and help folks transition from what they thought was wrong to a much safer way of riding. And why I love WMST is because you listened.
Yeah.
We listen to our other instructors. We listen to the community. We listen to the riders. We listen to the students.
Right.
We listened and we took that with great thought.
Yeah.
We put together this program.
It was actually, so what Chuck's talking about is we built our own curriculum. I've run the program since the beginning.
Right.
Like you've been with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was frustrated. I met Nick Hinash from the Yamaha Champion School 7 years ago, and he literally met me at the Ridge Motorsport Park, and he's like, "Hey Chris, you know different. You know what I mean? You know how to teach different techniques. You grew up in Europe. You know what I mean? You're a racer. You know what I mean? You've been talking to me. What are you doing? Why aren't you helping people with the right techniques?" And I said to him, "Well, it won't be accepted here." And he turned and said, "Yes, it will. It just needs to be a different degree of application." And that put me on the mission to be where we're standing now. We're this many years later in development. We've been running it for 3 years now. You've been teaching it for 3 years, solid, 100% in the program.
Yep.
Our overuse of front brake incidents have dropped to less than 1%. I don't even want to tell you the number it was before. It was very high, and now it's not. And you've seen that yourself. You're the man in the trenches, right? I'm the guy that brings the program. I'm the network, but you stand there week in, week out. What have you seen different since we've implemented that 100% into our program?
Well, I will guarantee you the incidence of riders going down has plummeted. We've probably decreased that by 85% at least. 90%, 92%, 91. We've increased that a lot, a whole bunch.
I'm not sharing all my numbers.
In the old days when we had other programs, and I don't want to badmouth them. They did a great job.
They knew what they knew.
But we have evolved with this program, and in that evolution, we have started training riders who are capable to go out and ride on the street today.
Right. So think about this. Let's just break down in simplicity. All right. So Trail braking, it's a myth. It's not an advanced technique at all right? It literally is a different degree of application, how you use it. My children, when they learned to ride, they rode their mountain bikes.
Yeah.
They rode onto the driveway in between the cars, trail braking.
Yeah.
I never taught them anything about
No.
it. It's instinctively, when we're nervous, we go to the brakes, all right? That's one of the things we teach at the Mototchap
Right.
school. And now we teach in the entry-level parking lots with WMST. So we're setting up the core habits, what the best in the world are doing, what
Right.
the engineers designed,
Right.
what Freddie Spencer, 3 times world champion.
Yep.
I saw him last weekend at the races because I'm coaching Jason Rebate, and check this out. He was ecstatic with our numbers. He just was so excited to hear that we'd taken his core habits that he developed
Yep.
with Nick Ironash, with the Yamaha Champ School, and now we filled it into all these new riders.
You know, we're saving so many lives that the riders that come through our course have no concept
Right.
of the benefit that they're getting by our course, by that trail braking, by the 2% of brake that we're going to applicate.
1 second.
Right.
1 second. I want you to think about this. There's so much more that we could share that
Yeah.
we've been learning since we've been running this new curriculum.
Absolutely.
All right? You're going to see it in a parking lot you across the country. It's going to happen. All right? It's just time.
Look for
It's
look
just
for
real.
us in New York. We're coming for you.
Oh, we are, we?
Yeah.
All right, it's
Yeah.
interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So check this out. If you want to learn exactly what it is that we're doing, go to GoWMST.com. We're based in Washington. We're up and down the I-5 corridor, all right? We have 7 days a week facilities. We do all the permit endorsement. Yeah, I did say permit endorsement because Washington State has a 4-step process. If you didn't
Right.
know that, it's amazing. In all the other 49 states, 2 tests are
Right.
done.
Yep.
Washington, 4 tests. We actually observe a rider before they start riding. Amazing. So that in conjunction since 2019 with us teaching the way we do, go to GoWMST.com. Chuck, closing thoughts for our people.
Close line.
For our riders.
Here's the deal. If you come and see us, you're going to have a much better opportunity to come home pretty as you left every day.
Pretty as Chuck.
We're going to talk about safety first and foremost and paramount, but this is fun and it's exciting, it's exhilarating. We just have to instill upon you the skills to stay upright and stop before you hit something. And
it.
that's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
We do. And then Yamaha Champions Riding School, if you want to learn how to do it safe and effective and efficient at actual road speeds on a road track, because you don't have to be a track rider to go to Champ School. You've trained with a Champ
Right,
School on your BMW.
Right, now Chris, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something exciting.
One more.
Out on the racetrack, we're doing the same thing we teach you in the parking lot,
That is
just
true.
a higher degree of
That's true.
application.
That's true.
This is where you start. We just keep getting bigger and bigger with every course and every opportunity for
I love
success.
it. As you can tell, Chuck has not lost his passion and his enthusiasm for this.
I love
and
this.
Chuck, you've been with me 17 years. So come here,
Yeah.
Chuck.
All right, brother.
You've trained a lot of riders. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Check us out. GoWMST.com.
Thanks.